Buying your first home is one of the biggest milestones in life. But let's be real, it's also one of the most stressful. With high interest rates, rising home prices, and competition from investors and cash buyers, many first-time home buyers feel like the odds are stacked against them. But here's the good news. There are still cities in the US where it's very possible to buy your first home without giving up your quality of life or taking on overwhelming debt. In this video, we're counting down the top 10 most affordable places for first-time homebuyers in 2025, factoring in not just low home prices, but also cost of living, job opportunities, and overall livability. At number 10, we've got Fayetteville, North Carolina, a city that doesn't get nearly enough attention in the home buying conversation. The median home price here is around $195,000, which is already a big plus for first-timers. But the real bonus is the low property taxes and the military-driven economy thanks to nearby Fort Liberty, which brings stability to the local job market. Fayetteville also offers a slower pace of life that many people crave, especially after living in more expensive urban areas. There's a growing number of young families and remote workers moving here, taking advantage of the affordability while still enjoying access to green space and decent schools. It's not flashy, but it's functional. And in this market, that matters more than ever. Coming in at number 9 is Toledo, Ohio. If you're looking for a city where your dollar stretches further than almost anywhere else, this is the place. With a median home price hovering around $140,000, Toledo is one of the most budget-friendly housing markets in the country. And while that number might make you skeptical, the truth is, Toledo is going through a quiet transformation. There's been an uptick in revitalization projects downtown, new small businesses are popping up, and remote workers are starting to move in. The cost of living is well below the national average, and property taxes are relatively modest. You're not getting palm trees and sunshine, but if you want to own a home and not spend your entire life savings on it, Toledo should be on your radar. Next up at number 8 is Cedar Rapids, Iowa, a Midwest city that consistently flies under the radar, but checks a lot of boxes for first-time buyers. The average home price here sits right around $185,000, which is manageable even with today's interest rates. But what makes Cedar Rapids especially appealing is how much stability it offers. The job market is strong, especially in manufacturing, healthcare, and tech. You've got a solid public school system, low crime rates, and a real sense of community. It's the kind of place where people actually know their neighbors. For first-time buyers who want to set down long-term roots, it's hard to beat the mix of affordability and livability you'll find here. Sliding into number 7 is Huntsville, Alabama, a place that's been exploding in popularity but still offers great value for money. In fact, US News & World Report named it one of the best places to live in the entire country. The median home price in Huntsville is about $275,000, which is a bit higher than others on this list, but still reasonable considering the earning potential in the area. That's because Huntsville is a tech and aerospace hub with major employers like NASA, Boeing, and Raytheon. The income-to-housing ratio here is actually quite favorable, especially for young professionals. Add in no state income tax on wages and a rapidly expanding downtown, and you've got a recipe for long-term equity growth and a solid lifestyle. Number 6 takes us to Rochester, New York, an often overlooked gem in upstate New York. With an average home price around $170,000 and some of the most affordable property taxes in the state, Rochester is surprisingly attainable for first-time buyers. It has a strong job market driven by education, healthcare, and tech. Plus, there are several colleges and universities in the area, which adds to the city's vibrant and youthful feel. One thing to note, winters here are no joke. But if you can handle the snow, you'll get access to beautiful historic homes, lakefront property, and a cost of living that's well below the national average. Not to mention, the state of New York offers generous first-time buyer assistance programs, which can help offset some of those upfront costs. At number 5, we have Green Bay, Wisconsin, a city that's more than just football. The average home price here is just under $230,000, and the cost of living is roughly 15% below the national average. What stands out about Green Bay is the quality of life. You've got access to outdoor recreation, strong schools, and a low crime rate. It's a great spot for people who want a balance of urban amenities and small-town friendliness. First-time buyers often find themselves surprised by how far their money goes here. It's also a relatively stable market, meaning you're less likely to see extreme price swings like you would in bigger coastal cities. If you're looking for long-term security, this is a smart place to start. Now we're heading to number 4, Lubbock, Texas. This West Texas city is gaining popularity with both locals and out-of-staters for one big reason: affordability. The median home price here is around $210,000, and Texas doesn't have a state income tax, which helps with your bottom line. Lubbock is a college town, home to Texas Tech University, and has a surprisingly diverse economy with growth in healthcare, education, and agriculture. It also has one of the lowest unemployment rates in the state. The cost of living is low, and the rental market is strong, which is great if you eventually want to turn your first home into an investment property. It's a wide-open city with a laid-back lifestyle, making it ideal for buyers who want space, affordability, and a chance to build equity over time. Coming in at number 3 is Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. A city that's completely reinvented itself over the last 2 decades. Once known as a steel town, Pittsburgh is now a hub for healthcare, finance, and tech. The average home price is around $220,000, which is incredibly reasonable for a metro area with over 2 million people. What makes Pittsburgh stand out is its livability. You get walkable neighborhoods, great public transit, cultural institutions, and a strong food scene, all without the insane prices of places like New York or DC. For first-time buyers, that's a dream combo. There's also a lot of opportunity to buy in up-and-coming neighborhoods that are seeing gradual appreciation. So you're not just getting affordability, you're also getting upside potential. At number 2, we've got Des Moines, Iowa. If you're looking for a place that feels calm, safe, and financially manageable, Des Moines is one of the top picks nationwide. The median home price is around $235,000, and the city consistently ranks well for job growth, particularly in insurance, finance, and logistics. But Des Moines doesn't just offer jobs, it offers balance. Commute times are short, the public schools are above average, and crime rates are low. There's also been a lot of investment in downtown in recent years, adding new restaurants, art spaces, and riverfront attractions. What makes Des Moines especially attractive for first-time buyers is the variety of housing options. Whether you want a downtown condo, a starter home in the suburbs, or a fixer-upper with big upside, it's all here and within reach. And finally, topping our list at number 1 is Indianapolis, Indiana. Indianapolis has hit the sweet spot for first-time buyers in 2025. Home prices average about $240,000, and for that price, you can often get a 3-bedroom home in a solid neighborhood. The job market is strong and diversified, with major employers in healthcare, logistics, and tech. But what truly sets Indy apart is its value-to-lifestyle ratio. You're getting an urban environment with a growing food scene, sports culture, green spaces, and affordable housing all in one package. The city is also investing in infrastructure and public transportation, which means the value of your property is likely to appreciate over time. Plus, the surrounding suburbs like Fishers and Greenwood offer great school districts and safe communities if you're thinking about starting a family down the line. Whether you're a young professional, a couple buying your first place, or someone looking to escape high-cost coastal cities, Indianapolis gives you room to grow, financially and personally. At the end of the day, buying your first home isn't about chasing trends. It's about finding a place where you can build your life without drowning in debt. Every city on this list offers a unique balance of affordability, opportunity, and livability, which is exactly what you should be looking for as a first-time buyer. Don't get discouraged by the headlines about high prices and tough markets. There are still places where homeownership is not just a dream. It's a plan you can start acting on today.